Brian here, and the reason I'm showing you, sorry about that, the reason I'm showing you my comics here, my Sonic comics, is because I was looking online this morning and I noticed something off of the Mobius Encyclopedia site, which is sort of like the Sonic version, which is a Wikipedia dedicated to Sonic. But I looked on the Mobius Encyclopedia site and I clicked on, and you might notice how they have the issues, all the numbers of the issues and all that. Well, I decided just for some information that I was going to look up when Sonic 72 came out. Because that Sonic the Hedgehog issue 72 is when I first started my subscription to the comic book. Well, I looked, and believe it or not, this month, right now as we speak, marks 11 years. That's right, 11 years since I started subscribing to this comic book. I know that sounds crazy, but it's been 11 years. And let me tell you something. In those 11 years, I have done whatever it took, if you will, to keep up to date with the comic. No matter what it was, I kept up to date with it. I mean, there are times that I had to basically go online to Mile High Comics in Denver, Colorado, and order online from them certain issues, because sometimes I wouldn't be able to afford to continue my subscription. But I would have enough money, believe it or not, to resubscribe, if you will, to the comic. Well, not resubscribe to the comic, but basically I would have enough money to keep in line with the comic. In other words, I would get the issues that I would miss if I couldn't get my subscription back in on time, and I would basically get those in the mail so that I would be kept up to date. Similar to what happened recently here in California. You see, at the end of last year and into the beginning of this year, between issues 206, 207, and 208, I had to go online to blackcatcomics.biz in Milpitas, California, order online from them 2 issues. 206, 205, actually 3, two issues. I can't think of it right now. It was 3 issues actually. It was 206 and 208. That's right, 206, 208. 207 I got from Mile High Comics, and 209 I got from Mile High Comics. But here's what's funny about 209. I also finally got that in the mail from Archie Comics. Now, I don't know if that's my free 13th issue, the one that's free, or if 222 is going to be the 13th issue. I don't know. Oh, and I don't know if 209 was the beginning of my new subscription. But anyway, I've been doing that over the past, but anyway, that's what I've been doing over the past 11 years to keep myself up to date. Now, you look here, and you look at nothing more than a majority of what I have. You see what I mean? I have a lot of comics. I have the spin-offs. I have the miniseries that were inspired by them. Sometimes I would get the packs, of certain ones. Look, right here is more of them. In fact, I think around here, it might be in here, it may not be. There's 100 right there. It's in one of these that see, all the way to there. and that's issue 76, I believe. Yeah, it's issue 76. And like I said, it just goes all the way, man. I mean, all the way. You name it. I've had to go online sometimes to Archie Comics, to Mile High, sometimes to get certain issues. And then I just started getting the packs. Like here's 71 right here. And then here's 72 is the official one, the one that started it. Right here, 72. This was my official start of my subscription right here. This very issue. Right here was the start of my official entry into the comic. But this one right here though, let's zoom out a little bit. This was actually the first one I got in the mail. This issue right here. But 72, like I said, was the one that started it for me. So, but yeah, this is the one I got in the mail, this issue. And then, you know, we just went from there. Hold on a second. But anyway, like I'm saying, that's basically how I started with this issue. And I've been going since, well, with 72 and 73, and I've been going since then. And like I said, I've been doing this. I've gotten the miniseries spun off of it, like the Princess Sally miniseries. I've gotten the specials, like the crossover with Image. You know. See what I mean? The crossover with Image. I've basically gotten them all. So, and then in here, it's not just, you know, my archive books which I collect, which are right here. These are my archive books. But in here, I've got every single issue I've subscribed to, and I've had to go to like online to Black Cat Comics and everything too. I mean, look, I mean, you could just look all the way down, man. I mean, this is like a huge, huge thing. In fact, you can see on the side, right here, how big it is. I mean, look how big this sucker is. And what I was just pulling. And then these here, these two on top, I got from Half Price Bookstore in Mile High, in Lawrence, Kansas. And some of these issues as well I had to get from Lawrence, Kansas, because I couldn't, like I said, renew my subscription. And then of course, I got the Sonic Universe that I've been subscribing to lately. On this side, you can see the latest issues right there. I've been doing that. I've been subscribing to that since about, well, since the end of the Knuckles arc. And in between here, I've got my cassettes, of course. Then down here is my Sonic, right here where I'm pointing at. These are all Sonic X comics. Not all of them, just a majority of them almost. And then of course I got the first, and I've got the beginning, just a lot of things there. But yeah, just a lot of things Sonic related, but a majority of them are the comics. But I thought I'd just show you this because I wanted to tell you that today, or this month, I should say, marks the fact that I've been subscribing to the comic for 11 years. I know a lot of people, after maybe a few years of subscribing to a comic, they stop subscribing because maybe the comic doesn't interest them no more. But I'm one of those people that have stuck with this comic for 11 years. So that's something to be proud of. And I thought I'd just show you everything. Thing that, you know, went to it. And I'm still currently subscribing. I mean, getting 212 is going to basically mark about 140 issues since I started, which is 140 months. And by the time I end, it's going to be 150 issues, hopefully. But that's all I wanted to say. If you got any comments, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you all later.